For the other one, the 22 years start running today.
Your Honor, I believe the sentences for the 10 counts to run concurrently, Your Honor. Also on top of that, I request the court to order that whatever sentences will be pronounced run concurrently for all the 10 counts. Your Honor, I cannot be able to finish this without saying something about my academic background, my academic and professional background. This matter has been of immense public interest, such that probably a lot has been missed along the way. This has been prosecuted in the court of public opinion. In the media and all that. So, as I said, when I finished my Form 4 in 1994, I gained admission at the University of Nairobi College of Health Sciences, which I joined in 28th of October 1996, Your Honor.
The date again?
28th of October 1996. Your Honor, I went through hell on earth as I tried to finance my education. My dad did not have a job. My mother was doing some odd jobs here and there. But all in all, they did the best they could. I was also able to get some funding, albeit very small, from the Higher Education Loans Board. And another charitable organization by the name of Ratansi Educational Trust Fund. Your Honor, I attended all courses of instruction, the lectures, ward rounds. And in the year 2000, I sat for my final university qualifying exam, which I finished on the 11th of August, the year 2000.
The date again?
I finished on the 11th of August, the year 2000. The results were out in a few days, and I had satisfied the examiners and the University Senate in all the subjects that had been enrolled, trained, and examined, Your Honor. And so I successfully graduated during the 29th congregation for the award of degrees and conferment of diplomas of the University of Nairobi. That was precisely on Monday, 27th November, the year 2000. Your Honor, I had noted that something is, this fact was missed in I think in the trial and also in the judgment. That is why I felt, I know we are not giving evidence, it's just part of litigation, and I think it's also clear for the court to be informed as the sentence. So what I wanted to say is that yes, I faced criminal charges, and that is unfortunate. I have been convicted in some of them. But one fact that cannot be negated by anything else and remains a fact is that I finished my university, I graduated, and I have availed this morning original copies of my degree certificate, Your Honor, all the transcripts, and I think a nominal roll for the year 2000 that confirms that I indeed So after that, Your Honor, when I left the university, of course, the higher education laws board does not continue funding you. And so I had issues doing my internship in BIT and BIT there, and that is where my problem with the medical board started. So I want to categorically confirm that my issues with the medical board have nothing to do with my educational background. They have issues to do with licensing and all that, which is completely, totally different matters. Because an impression was created that probably I started university education and I did not finish at that time. That cannot be further from the truth, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, when I was going through all this, I was doing it so that I could serve my country. Actually, I had qualified for other more prestigious courses, including architecture, engineering, actuarial science, and all that. But I felt I wanted to serve humanity and my country. So that is why I still insisted on pursuing my training along that line. And of course, I had hoped to kill two birds with one stone by doing that. And number one, I will be able to secure my future. Number two, I will be able to assist break the curse of poverty that was affecting my family then. I'm done with that, Your Honor. And finally, that is one of the facts which have been missed all through. And I believe there's many others. That is why I had requested this court. I had felt the court can benefit from ordering for a present to this report. I'm still requesting the same, Your Honor, if you can allow that. As for the documents that I've just presented, Your Honor, the prosecution had indicated that they might require verification. I cannot be happier to have that done because, Your Honor, it cannot take 1 hour. The University of Nairobi is less than 10 minutes drive from here. The office of the academic registrar is open, and they have the nominal roll book, and they have everything. So, Your Honor, I'm done, and I stand guided by the court. With the medical documents, the prison things have taken a bit of, that's what they were saying, they maybe have to wait until Tuesday or Wednesday, and I told them that might be too late. So I also wanted to prepare this, Your Honor. In fact, I've been in custody all through, so it is in my interest that this matter gets concluded as fast as possible. In fact, in the year, if you go back to the records, the year 2000, when Corona started, and everyone was refusing to do virtual sessions, I'm the only person who started those things in Milimani, and I did more than 20 sessions when no one else was doing it. So I've been for finishing this matter very fast. But I think 2 weeks is nothing compared to the last 7 years, and also for the court to be informed as it makes a decision on the sentencing. The right of the option of fines where they apply, basically because I'm not in a position to practically raise anything for now. And I will gracefully serve the sentence that will result after that is done. So that the sentence is handed over. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Mr. Kikunda, on the verification?
Yes, Your Honor. There is no charge in regard to his qualification. Your Honor, the charge is facing the accused person is whether he had a license or not from the various bodies that regulate the health department in Kenya. None has been produced before you. If you look at count number 3, is the issue of whether he had a license from the pharmacy and poisons board. None has been produced before you. Count number 3, the same case. Count number 4, whether he had a license from the poisons and pharmacy board. None has been produced before you. Likewise to count number 5, 7, 8. No license has been produced from the Kenya Medical Laboratory Technicians Board. And the ownership, the issue is around the certificates authorizing him to practice. We are not contesting his academic qualifications. For that reason, Your Honor, we have no business verifying those academic qualifications.
Okay.
Although the documents he was producing in regard to his health condition.
Your Honor, at the same time, you do not have a license. And that is the impression that was created by the prosecution all through. If you can recall the judgment of the court saying that from what they have, the accused person seems to have started some training which he did not finish. And I think the court did not just dig that from any person. So, Your Honor, I have the extra documents showing I had actually because what you're doing now, you're not. I'm just trying to keep interest. And what is out there all over, even to the court itself, is that this is a person who finished school, which is very inaccurate and which is very critical. And people keep saying that. But there's a difference between being unqualified and not having a license.
Then I made license. Let him produce one. That is all what we are talking about, the charges that is facing. None of the licenses are.
So,
Discuss the prosecution.
I thought it's important. Being a matter of immense public interest, you have been patient for the last 7 years. So I think it's important. I think, I don't know why the prosecution is that the truth be known. And I have accepted, I will serve the sentence. But let the truth be known. And you know, sometimes whether you're in the prosecution or wherever you are, I think it's good to just accept the facts.
Document that is dated the 9th of December 2010, issued to the accused persons clinic. Your Honor, if this was to be termed as a license,
I've not said it's a license. Just look at what it is. Look on whether the licensing was paid for and all that. I think there's an official government receipt there plus other things.
Your Honor, these are documents.
There's also something for inspection of a medical premises which is paid for. So I don't know why you are reading that document.
Your Honor, this document dated the 9th of December 2010. confirms that the health facility was inspected.
For the purposes of licensing.
That's true.
Okay. So,
And the same was to be considered to operate the facility until the actual license was issued. Your Honor, all what we're asking is, can he avail that actual license that was issued to him?
yes, I can.
That is what I'm asking for, and that is the regulation took out
And then
6.
Your Honor, the purpose for were missed, and just wanted to bring to the attention of the court so that you'll be able to make an informed decision as you come up with the pronouncement of the sentence.
Just when were you charged?
I was charged on the 23rd of November 2015.
When were you convicted in the other case?
For which I was acquitted on the 30th of November 2020. Counts. If they were able to make it 50, they would have made it actually.
Yes,
And
during.
even part of, if you look at the part of the charge, it's actually important because someone is saying I practice as a doctor, someone is saying I practice as a nurse. I don't know how I can be charged with the two, but I know that is water under the bridge. I only brought up this to assist in my litigation, Your Honor. Just to interrupt for a minute. During my training, actually for 3 years between 1997 and 1999, the university had to intervene and offer me a position at its facility at the Chirono Mortuary as an undertaker so that I could be able to raise my fees. And I served for 3 years and it really helped me. I only did that because I believed so much in having that education be useful, not sending me to prison, Your Honor. And so I gracefully served as an undertaker, receiving bodies, embalming and treating and dressing and dispatching. So, Your Honor, do not, this court has a lot of power that can destroy my dreams or that can give hope once again to my dreams. So I request you the court to take that into consideration so that I can be able to soon get back running and make my dreams come true. Because I refuse to give up just because there is this hurdle.
Yes.
Not part of it. I don't know whether I can do it now.
What? You have
I
what?
request for
James Mugo has told the court, both in his defense and in the mitigation, that he had a burning ambition to serve humanity and this good country of Kenya. He also indicated that his elderly parents, who are of meager means, looked upon him to lift them from the curse of poverty, and therefore he worked very hard in high school and proceeded after qualification to join the University of Nairobi. He also indicates that he satisfied all the academic criteria and was awarded a degree. Indeed, this court has been shown the degree certificate for a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. In his defense, the accused person and then indicated that he was not able to attend the subsequent attachments, which would have enabled him get the proper qualification. This is because the Higher Loans Education Board does not fund the same. To him, he is duly qualified to practice. It's only that he was not given the proper licenses due to his differences with the board, but not that he lacks training. One may argue that these are mere formalities, since he has demonstrated that he has the requisite skills. But what is of grave concern to this court is how he opted to use or utilize his acquired skills that he attained at the University of Nairobi. In fact, and indeed, counts number 2 to 12, which are those of licenses, do not call for stiff penalties. There are fines ranging between 30,000 shillings to 100,000 shillings. There's just one or two which call for up to a fine of 5 million shillings. But these are, in as much as they are serious offenses, they are not what is the critical issue that is weighing on this court. The main one is count number 2, when Mr. Mugo, having acquired some medical knowledge in nursing, decided to abuse that knowledge and administer drugs to unsuspecting clients so as to engage in despicable acts with them. The accused person has not referred to that aspect at all in his mitigation, and the court is at a loss and finds that indeed he is a danger to society. Instead of going out to use the knowledge that he says he wanted to acquire so as to save and improve humankind, he went out of his way in a most sinister way to endanger helpless victims, most of them women, by purporting to be a gynecologist and many other traits, and would administer the drugs to them and have sexual acts with them. As this court noted in the judgment, that most probably even the count number 1, that is the rape, was committed, only the evidential threshold in a criminal matter was not met. Count number 2 was, however, met, and the court is perturbed that having graduated in nursing, he went on to abuse that. As for the documents, your lawyer is here, can draft the appropriate affidavit for the refund of the cash bill where the receipt is lost. And then I will follow Mwashigadi. There is the issue, pick up the other file. We'll ensure you get your ID and iPad and the other document. We'll follow up with that. Yes.
And in court number 9, something was not given.
And what was applicable to this court earlier on?
Okay.
And then when you started serving sentence, that is why I subtracted those years.
Okay.
proceed with the hearing. This is now the live recording. The counsel, please introduce yourself into the microphone.